Hey everyone, as you can see I got a little CRT TV sitting in front of me. I just picked this up about a week ago. It's been sitting in the basement basically drying out. When I found it, it was a really cold, kind of rainy day. And electronics and rain don't really go together. You may be wondering, why do I have a CRT TV sitting in front of me that's such old technology? Especially this one here, it's from 1989, late 1989. But I kind of collect these a bit. I have two other micro color CRT TVs, which are pretty cool. And I got a black and white one, but those things you can come by them pretty much anywhere. But I don't have one this size right here. When I saw it, I found it kind of cool. It actually had a piece of paper on it right here. This is the tape that was holding it. That says works. So I'm leaning to think that this thing does still work. And I'm going to try it out in a bit. Let me turn it around and I'll show you some of its features. I can't fully show its features because I actually have the screws removed because I did a quick inspection on the inside, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But it has RCA, it's got 12 volts, and it's got the composite, or it's not composite, the standard the coax. And it also has a antenna lead right here, which is an antenna on the top, which in today's day and age is completely unnecessary, does not work, because everything's digital. But I got the DTV converters to fix that. But having the RCA is a good thing, and being 12 volts is also a good thing, which I kind of like. The other ones I have, the micros, are also 12 volts, and they have the 110 volt cable as well. Okay, as you can see, it's open now. I don't really want to touch too much in here. I don't know when this thing was turned on last. Who knows when. I don't know if the CRT is still holding a charge. Really, it looks to me fairly decent in here. Some cobwebs. It doesn't smell like burnt electronics. As a first glance, I don't see any blown caps. Definitely do not want to touch that red wire. Actually, more you don't want to touch down there at the little cap, or the little suction cup on the CRT. To me, it looks fairly decent in there. There's some sort of a switch in there on the main board. No idea what that's for. And it's kind of in a pretty awkward spot to reach. But caps, to me, all look okay. A little bit of rust right here, but I don't think that's too bad. I don't think I really got to really deal with that. It's probably just from sitting, not necessarily from sitting outside, because there was no water in this when I got it. Also, the speaker's clean, and obviously it had the sign on it that says works. But my plan is to start this up on 12 volts first, and then move over to 110 later on. But if I do get this working, I'm only going to be using it on 12 volts anyways, so the 110 volt side doesn't necessarily bother me. And yeah, so here it is. It does have degaussing. There's a degaussing coil right there. It goes around the CRT, and it actually has a button on the back for the degaussing. And the tuner right down in there. Everything looks good. The neck is not cracked. The CRT does not have the black blob in the middle of it. That shows that air has gotten into the CRT. So really, actually, I think this thing is actually going to work, hopefully. It rode in the back of my truck all the way home, and about half a mile. So I tried not to bounce it around too much. But no, good. Hopefully it does work. So my plan is I'm going to upload this video just the way it is. I'm going to put it back together, do one last shot of it. And when I do the first startup, I'm going to go do the smoke test, obviously. But I'll have the back on it when I do that, because I have to have it upright. And it's just going to be easier having it on, and I'll just keep an eye out through the vent. Make sure nothing's gonna go wrong. But I gotta make up a 12 volt cable. I had one that goes from the cigarette lighter to the to the small connector, but I can't seem to find it. So I have lots of connectors around. I got lots of wires like that around. I just gotta make up a cable that will work on this, and go from there. And like I said, I kind of collect these. That's really why I have it, because I do have a more modern small flat screen TV right there, but I kind of collect these small CRTs. They're kind of cool. So stay tuned. Okay, I got the little TV back together. It took a little bit longer. So I had to figure out which way this power cord had to go back in. It has to go in a certain way to allow the TV to sit right down in. Only thing that's really missing is the base. If I see the previous owner, I might go talk to him and see if he still has it by chance. I forgot there was a screw right here. I got it in. I accidentally put that one there, down here. Not a big deal. But it's all back together. Here's some of the information on the back. Focus in, and if you guys want to pause the video and read it, go right ahead. Here is the date of manufacturer, September 1989. And so yeah, it's basically in 1990. That's probably when it's probably purchased in retail stores for 1990 or for Christmas even. Spin it around to the front. Really, the only thing that's broken on the TV is the retainer for the antenna. But like I said, I will not be using that. So I already have a DTV converter for this. Or I can use that TV right there, which that one there may have a built-in DTV converter. I don't really know. Got some functions in here. Again, pause the video if you feel that you want to read them. And the way the other TV I have works, and it also has the RF input for a remote, which I didn't get, and channel, volume, power. But usually you go to channel 2, and under channel 2 is your auxiliary. So most likely that's how this one works. It may have had a front plastic bezel. It's hard to say. There's no holes or clips along the edge where that would have been. So I had one that had a built-in VCR before, and it had a plastic piece that went over the front. So this may or may not have had something like that. But like I said, the next video of this TV will be me trying it for the first time, doing a smoke test. And I'll get the DTV converter out, get that set up, and we'll put input into this and see if CRT's worn out. See if we can figure out roughly how many hours we think this has. I know you can usually tell that by how crisp the picture is and how good the picture looks. So, but yeah, I know a almost 8-minute long video of a vintage CRT TV. I'll talk to you later. Please be redneck like always, and please try and comment.